As summer's coming to an end, be honest. How many of you find yourself lying awake at night thinking, I still have to buy school supplies. I haven't scheduled haircuts. When am I going to organize backpacks? We need new shoes. I should have started bedtime earlier. Those thoughts are exactly the ones that make the last little bit of summer stressful instead of allowing you to savor the final moments with your kids before school starts back up. So today, I'm going to help you walk away feeling equipped to stop carrying all of that stress so you can actually enjoy these final weeks instead of rushing through them. Because here's the thing. Your kids won't remember whether you bought the folders 3 weeks early, but they will remember if you were smiling, if you were having fun together. So let's make sure that stress doesn't steal these last sweet moments with your kids. Welcome to Conquer Mom Stress, the podcast that helps you stress less and enjoy motherhood more. If you've ever crawled into bed at night completely exhausted, but still feel like there's so much left to do, you are in the right place. I'm your host, Jill Gokel, and I believe that motherhood is meant to feel joyful, not exhausting. Together, we'll uncover what's really fueling your stress and give you the practical tools to conquer it so you can finally feel like the confident mom you were made to be. Also, if you have a specific question or issue you're stressing about, head over to jillgokel.com/ask to submit your question. And who knows, you might just be featured in an upcoming episode so you can get practical, real-world solutions to the exact challenges you're facing. So the other day, I found myself being extra snippy with the kids. They wanted to play and have a good time, but all I could think about was trying to get into my closet where all the school supplies had been thrown so I could start labeling everything and organizing them into their own separate bags. I was thinking about what we need to get done before school starts, how we need to start getting earlier to bed so we can wake up a little bit more easier, all in preparation for school. And what I realized was that in this moment of being fixated on having a smooth transition into the school year, I had inadvertently forgotten about having fun in the moment, which was the exact opposite of what my goal was this summer. Because I wanted to go out with a bang, making sure that each day we were finding something fun to do, we were having time to connect with each other, and really fill our buckets as a family so that as the school year started and all of the demands and activities that go on, homework expectations, that we had developed a family bond through the summer that could last us through the school year. So in that moment, I decided to make a change. Instead of stressing about what was to come, I was going to focus on how to have fun today. Because summer's happening right in front of you. And you'll miss out of it when you're worrying about the future. But there's actually a really good reason that your brain fixates on the future. Psychologists call this anticipatory stress. And it's the stress that you experience because your brain is trying to prepare for the future. Whether it's attempting to prevent something bad from happening or trying to expertly orchestrate everything so it goes smoothly, successfully, and easily. Your brain starts scanning for everything that could go wrong. What if you forget supplies? What if mornings are chaotic? What if you're late? What if you can't keep up? Your brain craves a contingency plan. But while you're busy planning ahead, your body is actually responding almost in the exact same way as if those stressful events were already happening in the here and now. That means that your heart rate rises, your cortisol increases, your muscles become tense, and you become more irritable, which explains why suddenly one day everyone's chewing too loudly and it feels like a personal attack against you. Research shows that prolonged anticipation of future demands can activate the body's stress response long before the actual event occurs, leaving you emotionally depleted before the stressor even happens. Think about it. How far away is the first day of school? Yet you're tense, anxious, and impatient now, all because you're anticipating how this routine change is going to affect you and your family. So if you've been feeling more irritable lately, you're not feeling. Your brain is simply trying a little too hard to set you up for future success. So let's focus on now success. That way you can enjoy today while still having a plan in place to easily transition into the school routine when that time comes. Matthew chapter 6, verse 34 says, "Do not worry about tomorrow, for tomorrow will bring its own worries. Today's trouble is enough for today. The problem causing your anticipatory stress is that you're focused on the trouble you expect in the future without having a plan for how to deal with it today. And without a plan, your brain keeps reminding you of the problem over and over and over. Your brain hates unfinished tasks because when something is unfinished, it will inevitably create problems for you in the future. So unfinished tasks stay active in your mind, increasing pressure, stress, and anxiety day after day, stealing your joy and leaving you on edge. Think about it. If I tell you you still need to buy shoes for school, your brain keeps repeating this task day after day, multiple times a day until you've taken care of it. But what if you knew that next Thursday you were taking your kids shoe shopping? Now all of a sudden your brain no longer feels like it's an unfinished task because you have an actual plan to address it. Planning isn't just about organization. It's about giving your brain permission to stop worrying. It tells your brain what tasks are not for today, so you can stop stressing about them. It allows you to do exactly what Jesus instructs and not worry about the things that are for tomorrow. So instead of carrying the burden today of all the things you need to do in the future to set your family up for success with the start of school, you need to start reverse engineering it. We're going to look at what life looks like with that first day of school and then simply work backwards to what you need to do today. Because you don't have to become super organized overnight. You simply need to give your nervous system reassurance that everything has a place. And listen, you don't have to figure everything out perfectly because God is here to guide you, taking your burden and lightening the load. James chapter 1 verse 5 says, "If you need wisdom, ask our generous God, and he will give it to you. He will not rebuke you for asking." So as you begin reverse engineering the back to school transition, go first to God and ask for his wisdom to guide you. He'll pave the path and relieve your stress. Remember, busy moms often act like emotional pack mules, trying to juggle 17 invisible responsibilities at once. But the reality is, you can't. The burden is too great. So allow God to take it for you and make steady your path ahead. Here are 5 steps to reverse engineer the back to school transition. Step 1, picture the first school morning. Imagine it's the first day. Everyone wakes up. What has to be done? Lunch boxes, backpacks, bedtimes, clothes, transportation, sports forums? Now make a list. Nothing fancy, just brain dump. The goal isn't perfection. The goal is getting it out of your head. Step 2, put every task on a timeline. Instead of thinking, oh my gosh, I have so much to do, turn it into this weekend, we'll buy school supplies. Next Tuesday, we'll get haircuts. Next Friday, we'll organize backpacks. 1 week before school, go grocery shopping for lunches. 3 days before school, start practicing bedtime. Notice what happens? Nothing changed except your stress level, because now your brain has certainty on what it needs to do and when in order to be prepared for the start of school. Step 3 is to ease into the routine. One of the biggest mistakes moms make is expecting your kids and yourselves to go from summer freedom to military precision overnight. So instead, start shifting slowly. Move bedtime up earlier by 15 minutes every few nights. Wake everyone up 15 minutes earlier every few mornings. Practice making lunches. Try one practice morning. Your nervous system loves gradual change, and tiny adjustments create far less stress than dramatic ones. Then step 4, decide what actually matters. Here's permission to stop trying to win Mom of the Year. Do the kids really need matching water bottles, perfect first day pictures, themed lunches? Maybe, but maybe not. Ask yourself what actually helps my family. Not Pinterest, not Instagram, your family. Sometimes peace is more valuable than perfection. Here's an example for you. I used to go through and search for 50 different after-school snack ideas. I'd come up with all these cute little recipes and cute ways to display them so that when the kids came home, there was something fun for them to snack on. But it took so much work, I was super burned out. Again, adding that stress level. And then when it came to actually putting it into practice, I would make it maybe 1 week into the school year, making those special after school snacks before I threw in the towel because it was simply too much work. What I do now is I have a handful of snacks that I rotate through. I let the kids pick out ideas so that I just need to grab them from the store. Sometimes we still have fun things like apple cookies where the apples are sliced into circles real thinly and we put peanut butter and chocolate chips on it. But that's something that we can do as a family, as an after-school activity, and make it fun together. It's not perfect. It's pretty messy, but it's something that they love. Step 5 is to protect the joy that's still left. This one matters the most. Schedule fun. Actually put it on your calendar. Movies, popsicles, card games, picnics, camping in the living room, ice cream after dinner, whatever your family loves. Because if you don't intentionally protect these moments, the to-do list will consume them. And years from now, your kids won't remember the perfectly labeled folders or how they were actually able to get up early in the morning for school without being tired that first day. But they will remember laughing with mom, joking, playing games together. Proverbs chapter 16, verse 3 says, "Commit to the Lord whatever you do, and your plans will succeed." Notice, it doesn't say do everything perfectly. It says commit your plans to God. Planning isn't the opposite of trusting God. Planning can actually be an act of trusting Him. You do your part, then you let Him carry what you can't. Here's one small challenge for you to do today. I want you to spend just 15 minutes after this episode doing one thing. Not all the things, but one thing. Write your reverse engineered timeline. That's it. And when you're finished, close the notebook and then go find something fun to do with your kids without thinking about school. Because you've already given your brain permission to stop worrying. If you make your daily goal through the rest of the summer to make one fun memory with the kids, you're going to hit that goal and you're going to close out summer with less stress and more joy. Friend, pretty soon summer will end for good. There will come a last popsicle, a last sprinkler run, a last bike ride before the backpacks replace beach towels. And when that day comes, you won't want your strongest memory to be stress. You want it to be laughter, joy, and the smile on your kids' faces. Because motherhood isn't measured by how efficiently you transition seasons. What matters is how deeply you loved your children while you were in these seasons. So today, take the picture. Eat the popsicle. Say yes to getting wet. Laugh a little louder. The backpacks can wait until tomorrow. Just get it on your schedule, and the stress will melt away. Thanks for joining me for this episode of Conquer Mom Stress. If today's conversation encouraged you, hit follow and leave a review. That lets me know that these episodes are hitting the topics you need. And while you're there, share this podcast with another mom who might need to hear it. Your thoughtfulness might just be what she needs to get through the day. Remember, this is your place to pause, rest, and start conquering mom stress, one small step at a time. Motherhood isn't meant to drain the life out of you. It's meant to be lived with joy, even on the messy days. And together, we're going to find that joy again.